Hello, everyone. Welcome to Secrets of Saltmarsh. This is one of our 2 Patreon Greyhawk campaigns brought to you by me. Shout out to our Patreons. Without your support, all the stuff that we do here would not be possible. All the 1-shots, 2-shots, 3-shots, marathons, all of that. Thank you so much for your continued support. All the lovely people that you see on the screen here are Patreons. If you are interested in more information about what you can get for being a Patreon, you can check out this link right there. We also have a YouTube. You can find all of our episodes of this game and previous games on our YouTube as well. If you'd like to interact with this game, there are a couple ways you can do so. Oops, not yet. Not the cards yet. Let me put them back down. You can use advantage die or blessings to the person of your choice, which will allow them to have a reroll. You can redeem those by using channel points for free. You get those for just hanging out, chatting with us, all of that stuff. If you'd like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things to the player of your choice. We have a very interesting episode ahead of us, so they might need some help. I'm just saying. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Please tell me about who you are, where we can find you, and a little bit about your character. And we will start off with my good friend, Emma.
Hi, I'm Stella's good friend, Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. On Twitch, we run TTRPG games, and on Twitter, I largely just shitpost. It's a fun time. I'm also writing a TTRPG called All the Witches. So if you want more information about that, you can go to twitter.com/allthewitches_, but I won't talk about that too much right now. I'll save it till post-game. And I play Arlen, a cleric/warlock who's captain of the Sea Lily and captain of our party's hearts for some reason. And she's gonna die.
Maybe. Probably. Very high chance. Thank you. Next, we have GeekDice.
Hey folks, I'm GeekDice. You can find me here when we play every other week on Wednesdays. I am playing Kissimmee Bright Bloom, also known as KayBee. He is a wizard and an artificer. He is a flower knight of the Sea Lily group. And today, Arlen is not going to die.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Next, we have GodfatherWraith.
Hi, I'm GodfatherWraith V_ESG. You can call me Godfather, GFW, Tim, pretty much anything you want as long as it's not late for dinner. And I forgot to mute the stream. Okay. So, all right. I'm playing Garen. He's everybody's favorite rogue, and he's going to try to be good at making things deaded underwater. We'll see how that works.
Excellent. Thank you. Next, we have Endy.
Hello, I'm John, but I go by Endicarus on the web. You can find me in the usual social media places. If you see the word Endicarus, it's probably me because it's not a real word. I just made it up. Yeah, I designed a little game that you can find on my itch site called Law of the Jungle. So please go check that out. It's pretty fun role-playing game. And I play Paul of Amandfort. He is a city kid who's out of his depth. He's dived into the water to go and try and save Arlen from certain doom. We'll see how that turns out.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And next, we have Zombie.
Hello, I am Jacob. I'm Zombie IMZ. I'm one of the 3 names you like to call me. I'm the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips, but that's up to your own discretion. Today I am playing as Finn Carson, who's a ranger researcher who has had a bit of a revelation last episode. I think we learned a lot more about stuff. At least one of the player characters now kind of knows more about his backstory and all of that, and we seem to be stuck in some kind of world, and I don't think Finn knows if it's a dream or not, but we're gonna find out how all of that goes. As far as me, you can follow me on Twitter at ZombieFighter89. and I'll promote more of my own stuff at the end.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Last we left off, we were in fact somewhere else. Let me bring up the map here. Under strange circumstances, below a blood moon, we have found ourselves transported into a place that is very unlike where we left off when we went to bed that night. Here there's an ocean breeze, it is calm and quiet, and we are amidst what looks like some sort of lagoon. A ship half suspended onto the shore, half collapsed into murky blue depths. We fast forward a little bit, and it's not so peaceful anymore. We have Arlen about 200 feet underwater, having just encountered 3 hags. Up on the surface, the rest of the party realizes that Arlen has been gone for some time. I'm going to give each one of you something you can do, and we'll move on from there. So it's been about, let's say, 10 minutes. Arlen has disappeared into the water.
Finn will kind of walk around the boat and kind of look out, and I guess he'll be right next to Garen, and he'll ask Garen, like, have you seen Arlen? I know she usually goes for a swim, but not this long.
Yeah. When she goes scouting, it's different. No, I think you're right. Something's not right.
Yeah, she didn't. Did she tell you that she was going out scouting or anything?
No.
Okay, well then, yeah. And then I guess, well, let me go ask, and then he'll go walk down to kind of where near KayBee and Pole are, and he'll kind of yell out, "Hey, you two are in. You two, do you know where Arlen is?"
Trying to think we were asking ourselves the same thing.
She went down that way. We should go get her.
Oh, did she go down underwater?
Yeah.
She inside the ship?
She's
She
not
went
up here.
down there. All the way down.
Oh, good lord. Great, that's wonderful news.
I'm coming, Arlen.
Oh, KayBee, no.
Okay.
Oh,
So I whip out my blades and I do a flourish as I initiate blade song. I go into this pose. I do this little dance in the place where I'm at, and then I slap my hand against my chest as I cast magic. I know I'm maybe in for a long swim. And the spell that I cast is Long Strider. So where I'm standing there in the edge of the water, my feet pump up and down, and it looks like I'm ready for turbo mode. As the magic takes effect, I run forward in the water and I dive. I have bolstered my movement speed substantially between Long Strider and Blade Song, so I've turned on that class feature.
Okay. Very good. So you see KayBee dive. Is there anything else anyone wants to do to prepare?
Cole can't do anything to prepare, so he just dives in.
Okay.
same.
Okay.
I hope I survive this. And he dives into the water as well.
All right. Excellent.
Oh, this is fancy.
Yes. Arlen, you are in the murky depths here. And you see up ahead there are 3 shadowy figures that appear. And they loom precariously in the water. They are about 50 feet away from you. What would you like to do?
I'm swimming towards them.
Okay. As you get to about 10 more feet closer, you find a voice kind of resonating. And it somehow seems to penetrate through the sloshy murkiness of the water here, and you hear it with great clarity, almost as if it is spoken right into your mind. And you hear them say, "That is close enough, my dear. You are unwelcome in these depths."
I'm just so curious. I mean, what are you doing? Where are you from? What even are you really?
We Sisters 3 own this domain and champion it. You are a guest. You were invited. And you declined our offer. You may leave now.
I don't know that I want to leave. I'm just so darn curious. Can you make me leave?
Oh, we certainly can. And you hear a bubbling noise as something begins to roil in these dark depths. And you can see that light begins to shine from the hands of these three. You can see their long, spindly fingers, their cracked fingernails, as orbs of light begin to form in their palms. I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative, please. Make sure you select your token. Okay.
I kind of forgot to select my token.
That's okay. I can help. I add you to tracker. Add to tracker.
Yay.
Add turn. You rolled 18. Okay.
I'm trying. It's not behaving.
Okay. $11. Very good. You have a +3. You go before Finn. Okay, Garen, you are up first. You are
Alright.
at a depth of 0 feet.
And Garen probably can't see Arlen yet.
No, but you essentially can't go forward and down.
Yep. That's what I guess he's doing.
So as we move through water here, we do have a couple of mechanics that are going to be in play. We are going to have breathing underwater, which is holding your breath in your case here. We are essentially going to start counting after 10 rounds. And moving through water, it is going to be difficult terrain. So it's going to be half movement. So if you want to use a regular dash, that will take you to your full 30 feet.
All right. And Garen actually can also use a cunning action to double dash.
Okay.
So that would be 45, correct?
Okay.
Yep.
So you are at 45. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it.
Okay. What kind of expression do we have on Garen's face as you are taking this plunge?
I'd say right now it's determined.
Excellent. Pole, it is your turn.
Ola is going to dash 30 feet.
Okay. I'm going to keep little trackers next to everyone so we have an idea of where everyone is. Since we're trying to put verticality into this as well. Okay. So what kind of look do you have on your face?
Panicked.
I love it. Okay. Arlen, you are up next. You can see that they are about to they're about to do something here.
Okay, great. I'm gonna swim 30 feet closer to them.
Okay. So for
And-
you, the space will be relative.
Yeah. So
So you'll be right up next to them.
okay. And then I'm going to cast. So they're still like 20 feet below me, right?
They're about 10 feet now.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Mhm.
Right next to one of them.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hit them with it.
Okay. So you see the three sisters. One of them has this blood red hair that is made out of kelp. You see another one has these blue iridescent shells that are barnacling off of their skin. And then the last one has these piercing golden eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna go for Golden Eyes.
Okay. Excellent. Go ahead and roll me an attack.
So that's a crit.
Wow, very good. Okay, their armor class is 14, so that is going to be 11 damage.
Nice, nice, nice. And then as I'm kind of swimming in the water there, because I imagine all of this happening in movement, my little necklace begins to glow this dull purple, and that little purple light expands around Arlen and creates this kind of sphere around her as she uses Twilight Sanctuary, which is something I've not used in a while. So basically at the end of each of my rounds, or each of the rounds a creature takes, I can choose to give them temporary hit points, or I can end an effect causing it to be charmed or frightened. So at the end of my turn, I'm going to give myself a d6 plus my cleric level hit points.
I love it. Was that 10 feet radius or 20?
This is a 30-foot radius.
30 foot. Wow. Okay.
And so I gain 9 temporary hit points.
All right, excellent. What does this look like as you're casting it?
I mean, I just kind of described it. It's like this little purple light from my necklace just kind of expands and enshrouds around me until there's this like glowing purple sphere around Arlen as she's swimming.
I love it. You see each of the hags, they begin to recoil as the light expands out. Anything else for you?
That is all I can do. That's my turn.
All right, KayBee, it is your turn. You have Longstrider already cast.
Yes, and with Blade Song, my movement speed is effectively 50. So I do a dash. I double move. That should put me hopefully 50 feet closer to where she is.
Okay.
So the look on my face is the look of focus and determination. I feel that I've been summoned by my liege, so I must respond.
Excellent. Next is Finn. What would you like to do, Finn?
I think all I can do really is just keep diving underwater.
Okay, so you want to use your bonus action to dash?
I don't know if I have that.
That is a default that anyone can do.
Oh, okay. Then yes. Yeah, I'll that would bring me up to my full 30 then.
Mhm.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Yes.
If Finn just kind of throws Dwayne into the water and like hugs it as it sinks, what's the movement on that?
You know, I never thought of that. Could I do like Thor and just like this and just throw myself? Can I Thor myself into the situation?
Oh my god.
Somebody do the math, quick.
We don't have, I was about to call him Kalik. We don't have B Street here, who's a math major. All right.
Yeah.
So I believe the description of Dwayne said that it is essentially 200 pounds. Was it 200 pounds or 200 tons? I think it was 200 pounds. Magically, you can like pick it up and it's no problem with the weight, but it's the equivalent of 200 pounds. So I feel like even though the thing is heavy, it's not really gonna do anything. It'd be this falling the same amount and speed as a person. Yeah, so I don't think it'll really work here.
Doesn't have
Okay.
lungs full of air though.
Jesus Christ. Okay, fine.
I mean, if this
All
is
right.
really is this really saline water? Because that would probably affect
Okay,
how
okay,
fast
okay.
you go through.
All right. This is a fucking dream, okay?
That's
All right.
right.
Okay,
True.
so here, I'll do a compromise with you, all right? I'll let you move at regular speed using Dwayne, so you won't get the penalty of difficult terrain. If you physically demonstrate with your arms and your face what Finn would look like.
All right. I'll try.
I think
this.
that's fair, right?
That's
a
fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
Absolutely.
All right. So Finn. So how far am I going then? I just want to know how far.
So if
am
you
I
dash, you'll be 60 feet. So you'll be
60 feet?
past KayBee, who cast all this magic to go fast.
Okay. I think. I guess he couldn't really say anything because he's trying to hold his breath. But in his head, he's like, he pulls up Dwayne, he's like, onward! And just throws his arm like that and just zoom! Kind of like how Thor would like zoom with his hammer.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
And everyone around me, as they're swimming, all of a sudden they see like almost like a torpedo or something zooming through the water.
I love it. This is so fucking silly. Okay, great.
Iconic.
All right, it is now the Sea Hag's turn. They are going to do some terrible shit to you. Okay.
It'll be fine.
You see the one that got hit. There is this sort of inky black liquid that's leaking out of their injuries, and the one with golden eyes looks at you, and the orbs of light begin to connect with one another, and it shoots out from her hand as she casts Lightning Bolt. She is going to shoot it in the direction of... It doesn't really matter, because 100 feet's not going to hit anybody else at this point. So I'm going to need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. The DC is going to be 13.
Okay.
Okay, 19.
Can I use... Oh, I wouldn't have had advantage,
Oh,
but
yeah, you're right.
can I use a blessing?
Yes. So just to kind of recap how many blessings we have, I haven't had the chance to update the overlay. 2 for Emma, 1 for Zombie, 1 for Endy, 1 for Godfather, 1 for GeekDice, and 1 for me. Thank you, chat. Okay. So go ahead and roll again, please, and we'll take the first number. 19. Very good. All right. So you see this bolt of energy just come pow, crackling, enormous and tempestuous. You manage to dive out of the way and you take half damage. So you take 11 lightning damage as it crackles through the water. And everyone behind Arlen, you can see this jagged ray of light just crackling out, and it briefly illuminates the shapes of 3 somethings and Arlen's floating body before it winks back out into darkness. So that's going to be her turn. The one with the blue shells, you see Arlen, its face begin to contort, and it begins to take on a grotesque appearance as they try to use Death Glare on you. Nope, you're not frightened. They use Horrific Appearance. You did not start. Just kidding. I can read. The face begins to contort. Okay. Yep. So that's what that guy's gonna do. The red one is going to swim up to you and use her claws. She takes these long, spindly fingers and tries to rake them across your chest. 21 hit you?
You know that does.
I'm sorry, I don't remember your armor class. Okay, you take 12 slashing damage as she goes and just slashes across your chest here. And that is going to be their turn. So next we have Garen.
GeekDice, thank you for the $50 donation.
Cards for
What?
everybody.
Okay.
What?
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and do
Wow.
this now then. Thank you so
Wow.
much, GeekDice. Appreciate
More bad
it.
decisions.
Maybe
Yeah.
one of the hags will become my friend.
Please.
All right. We'll make GeekDice go first. Tell me when to.
Right.
Oh no. Okay, Arlen.
Now.
Okay, Garen.
Stop.
Okay. Oh.
Stop.
And Finn.
Stop.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, a lot of bad cards.
And we're underwater. This is gonna be great.
Love it.
Okay. Garen, it is your turn.
All right. So yeah, I'd say Garen would do another double dash, and apparently I didn't move far enough the first time.
That's
So,
fine. That's why we have the numbers. Okay. Another double dash. So it's gonna be another 45 feet, right?
Yeah, so that's 90.
90? Cool. Excellent. Next we have Pole.
Pole's going to double dash as well.
Okay.
But his will only get him 30 feet.
Okay, so 60. Very good.
And he's also he's also going to telepathically talk to Penny and say, "Penny, we're in trouble. We went down in the water and there's hags and it's really scary." But he'll keep his mouth closed when he says it because he doesn't want to drown.
Okay, go ahead and roll me on Penny. Where's Penny's sheet? Oh, there it is. Okay, go ahead and roll me a wisdom save with Penny. Okay, 14. I think Penny hears you and begins to move, but she is very behind everybody right now. Anything else for you?
That's it.
Okay. Arlen, it's your turn. Terrible things are happening.
It's all good. It's all fine. Totally fine. I will use my bonus action to hit with my spiritual weapon again.
Okay.
So that's a 12 to hit.
Okay, that is a miss.
Curses. Then I'm going to move, and I know I'll get an attack of opportunity, but that's fine.
So only one of them is in range of you right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna move and get up right next to Goldeneye.
Okay. So as the one with the red kelp hair tries to lunge out, you hear a You have drawn the skull card. This encounter just got a little harder. You
Oh,
see
fuck.
her grow in size, and she tries to reach out at you with the massive hand. And I'm going to change her claw attack to be bludgeoning as she tries to grab you and squeeze you.
That's
It's a
that
15.
misses.
The fingers just narrowly graze the water where you used to be.
Thank Christ. Okay. And now, so for one, I think I need to make a wisdom save for the horrific appearance, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So, any humanoid that starts his turn within 30 feet of the hag can see the true form. DC 11.
I'm gonna use my blessing.
Okay, sounds good. You are now out of blessings. 15.
Okay.
You managed to save. On a save, do you become immune to it? Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're immune to it for the next 24 hours.
And then I am going to use Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use it at 2nd level.
Sounds good. You reach out and you make contact. What does this look like as you cast this on the sea hag?
So I kind of reach out towards the sea hag, grabbing onto her arm, and this like golden yellow energy radiates from my fingers as her flesh just becomes singed by some evil radiant damage or necrotic damage for 20 points.
Excellent. You can see as it becomes singed, it begins to slough off in these large viscous chunks, and you can see the meat underneath and the sinew, the black veins underneath. She screams out in pain and it just comes out as bubbles. Oh my god, thank you so much, Inwit Aurora, for the cards and the nat 20 for me. I am gonna use that.
Oh my
nat
gosh.
20.
Why would you do that?
No!
That is
No!
Perfect.
I thought we were friends.
Thank you so
What?
much. All right, let's go ahead and do this
Why?
right now. Arlen, since it's your turn, tell me when to stop.
You can stop.
Okay. Geek Dice.
Oh, why did I join this crew?
Ooh,
Stop.
okay. Garen.
Oh, I guess we want to stop.
Okay. Pull.
Stop.
Don't say it like that. It's fine. Finn.
I don't wanna.
Don't worry. All the bad cards are already on the desk.
Oh no.
Nice. That's
I
great.
don't think that's
Yay.
No, it's
Stop.
not. Okay. No, you drew the other bad card. Cool.
true.
All right.
Yes, I did it. I won the game.
You win.
I
Your
win.
reward is
Death.
character development, right?
Yes. Character development.
Arlen, anything else for you?
I end my turn and I'm gonna give myself a d6 and some plus cleric level hit points.
Okay.
That is 4.
Very good. And your spiritual weapon?
It's still there. I missed my attack, remember?
Gotcha. Okay. KayBee, it is your turn.
Go. Double move.
It's another 50.
Yes, please.
Okay. Arlen is so far away, y'all. All right. Cool. Next we have Finn. Do you want to do the same thing?
Can I do the same thing I did before?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think this time?
We did the 60 feet, right? And now I've done another 60 feet, and she's not anywhere, like I saw the lightning, right? So I kind of have an idea of where they are.
Yeah, they're about 120 feet away still.
Okay. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, cool, we're getting closer. Zoom. And then I'm stuck there going and knowing I went 120 going, how far down did she go? God damn it. And then like, you just prepare for the next, see how far lower he's got to go.
Okay. So now it's the sea hag's turn. You see this very large one just whoosh up towards you. They're just gonna go ahead and get into combat. So all of this here is just at 250 feet now. She is going to try to slash at, bludgeoning damage towards Arlen. I'm gonna use my nat 20 here.
Oh my god, so cruel.
It's gonna be fine.
Oh, I'm so surprised right now.
So I'm gonna roll twice. So that's 11 damage, and it'll be just that 8. Hold on. No, it'll be 5. So it's 11 plus 5, 16. 16 bludgeoning damage as a hand just goes around you and squeezes. You are now restrained. The orange one is just going to try to slash you. Oh, that's a crit. You take 16 slashing damage. And this blue one is going to swim under and then up and try to slash you as well. And with a 12 misses.
Yep.
Okay. How are you looking?
I've got 26 health.
Okay, very good. All right, so that's the end of round 2. This is now round 3. I'm going to start counting since we have limited breath here. Garen.
Well, Garen's going to do another 45 feet of movement.
Okay. Okay. Pull.
Pole just keeps swimming. 30 more feet.
Okay, just keep swimming. Great. Arlen, you are restrained.
Yep. Okay, so easy stuff first. Bonus action, spiritual weapon against Goldeneye.
Okay. Armor class 14. That's a hit. 6 force damage. Bonk.
And then, let's see, do I have anything that can help me get out of this?
So you can try to wriggle out, but it will cost your action.
Yeah, I don't like this because I have 0 strength, but I will try to wriggle out.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me an athletics check. She rolls a 21.
I cannot beat this.
Okay, 13. You try to wriggle free, and you just feel the grip become more of a vice, squeezing into you. She goes,
And I get 8 temporary hit points.
awesome. Okay, KayBee.
Swim, swim, swim.
Okay, is that another 50 for you?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, people are starting to get into range where if they were a warlock, they could lob some spells. All right. Finn, it is your turn.
He'll give it a big old swing and keep flying down.
Okay. Right, 180. It's the Sea Hag's turns. Okay, you're gonna see the Sea Hag here is going to take her other claw and try to tear your head off. I'm gonna...
Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm gonna give her advantage here. 17.
That hits.
Okay, you take 11 slashing damage from the very large one. The smaller blue one, 19 for 13.
Okay.
And the last one, 22.
It's actually a 25 because they have advantage against me since I'm restrained.
You're right. Okay, 18 damage.
I'm at -8.
Okay. So we see Arlen grow limp in their hands as they're just tearing and clawing away. Blood is coalescing in the water all around them in a dark, furious cloud. Why do I keep touching your token? Okay. It is now round 4. Garen.
Oh, Garen does another 90 or 45 feet of movement,
Okay. Ooh,
minus 180.
thank you. Okay. Pull. Another
30
30.
feet straight down.
Okay, cool. Arlen, roll me a death save.
Question: did the hag let me go?
Not yet.
Okay. Death save.
13. That is 1 success. KayBee, I think your spiritual weapon disappears. KayBee, it is your turn.
So Arlen is 100 feet away from me, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going straight towards Arlen.
Okay.
And double move, 50 closer.
Okay. You're now 50 feet away from this business here.
And a question for you. Do I have a sense, am I able to cast a spell with a verbal component under the water?
You
Is
are
it
not.
possible?
It is
not
possible. It is possible. No, I don't think it's possible because if you're in silence.
Maybe with a drowning chance?
No, I don't think so because if you're in a cone of silence, you wouldn't be able to use a verbal spell. So, no, unfortunately.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I did my double move, that's all.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry. You already moved, right? 200?
I can move more.
No, sorry. I'm bad at math, y'all.
I think you did move me. Yep, 200.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going right to Arlen.
Okay, Finn, it is your turn.
Finn is sort of looking around, going, "I gotta be close, right? How damn down did she go?" And he's like, "I'll give it one more try," and then he'll go ahead and he'll swing Dwayne and push himself further.
Okay, so the 60 is going to be 240. All right. You are 10 feet away from what is going on here. You're close enough to see what's going on. You see this enormous hag-like creature has in its grasp Arlen. Arlen is limp, and the other two are just hacking away at her. Blood is filling the air here. Sorry, water.
And obviously, this is all inner monologue, but she just would have made that wish. This would be over. And he knows, he sees, he's in sight, so he's getting Dwayne ready to attack.
Okay, Oh, you already used your... Okay.
Yeah, getting ready. On his next turn, he's gonna want to use Dwayne. Yep.
Yeah, you do have reach with Dwayne, but you used your action here. Okay.
Right.
So the water shifting around the hags draws their attention. You see the very large one wheel around, drops Arlen. Arlen begins to slowly sink. So I'm going to remove your restraint here and swims up to... Let me just move us here so we can kind of get an idea. Okay. Swims up to you and is going to try to bludgeon claw you. And with a 7, misses. The enormous hand comes, swipes the water, goes right over you. We see that these two hags over here begin to swarm Arlen. What is going on there? You cannot see. Garen, it's your turn.
All right. Well, they're still more than 45 feet away, so Garen keeps swimming.
Okay. That was how much? Sorry, 30?
45.
45.
Yep.
25. Okay. Very good.
Next
Pull.
turn, Garen will get 2, though.
Okay. Sorry, this was round 5. Pull.
So this big one was attacking Finn?
Yes.
All right. And Finn is way down 240 feet.
Yes. So you see 120 feet from where you are, a large dark creature is engaging with Finn.
All right. Well, I guess I will just swim another 30 feet down.
Okay. Very good. Arlen, death saving throw.
All right. And as a note, my Twilight Sanctuary is gone, but Spiritual Weapon is still up.
Okay.
It's just not doing anything.
Okay.
Fail.
Okay, 4 is a failure. Please mark 1 failure. KayBee.
I swim right up to them. I think I've got to do a double move to get from 200 to 250. But as I get close, I begin flashing my 2 blades, hopefully getting their attention. As I get closer, what do I see?
Okay.
But-
Yes. So you see that there are 2 hags on either side of Arlen's unconscious dying form, and they seem to be sucking something out of her. There is a sort of dark stream that is pouring out of her like some sort of liquid, and they are siphoning it from her.
So if I can put myself between them and her, I try to do that. I'm right there. I want to put myself between them and her. And I don't know if they're holding her, but I'm gonna try to I'm gonna sheath at least one of my weapons and try to grab Arlen and begin to pull her away. That's
Okay.
my intent.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good. Yeah, you can see that they're kind of like holding her arms, but not like a grapple, just keeping her from falling further. And with you coming, you startle one of them, and she is still held aloft by 1, but I'm not going to count it as a restraint. Okay, so that's going to be the end of your turn. Finn, this enormous hag is in front of you.
He'll kind of like give it the best like evil glare he can, and he's gonna go and kind of like, I guess, give it a bit the best smile he can at the same time, and he'll go ahead and use Dwayne on it.
Okay. Smash. Okay. A 9 is not going to hit. You do have
I-
1 blessing.
I was gonna say, can I use my blessing to reroll?
Yeah, go ahead. All right, 18 is a hit. So you do 9 bludgeoning damage. You smash into this hag's face and you just say, her jaw kind of flops around a little in slow motion.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else for you?
I don't get. Do I get 2 attacks yet at level 5?
As a ranger?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay, then I want to use Dwayne one more time.
Okay. With the upswing, 11's going to be a miss. You
Damn
see
it.
the
Okay.
hag just sort of swim out of range here. The very large one is going to try to bludgeon damage you. Does a 15 hit? No.
No.
Okay. The blue one here with the seashells is distracted by you, and she will look towards you, and you see her beginning to cast a spell. She casts Hold Person. Can I get you to roll me a Wisdom saving throw? DC is 13. Sorry, this is for KayBee.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
What race is KayBee? Like mechanically?
Custom lineage.
Okay. Because I was gonna say Fae aren't actually humanoids, but I don't know if you have that trait.
I do not. Pretty sure I don't. Nope. So, wisdom saving throw.
Yes, please.
And I'm going to use my blessing.
Okay, turn that 6 into a 12. Unfortunately, that still does not pass. You see, as the hag here casts a spell, you see bubbles trailing from their 2 sisters and heading towards them, and you get the sense that their magic is somehow linked. As they shoot out this massive bubble, it hits you, and KayBee, you feel yourself suspended inside of this bubble. You are paralyzed. At the end of each of your turns, you can make another wisdom saving throw. And then this one here is going to begin to drag Arlen away. Their movement is going to be 15. Okay. Garen, it is your turn.
Oh, I thought Garen was going to reach them this round, but another 45 movement after the one dragging off Arlen.
Okay, so you don't want to engage with the one that KayBee is with?
No.
70. Okay, so you are in melee range now.
All right, but that did take all of his actions and bonus actions, so
But you do have it in your attack of opportunity range now.
yes.
Okay. Next is Pole. So wait, this is round 6. So any of our non-water breathing people here, you are starting to feel a little lightheaded.
Pole, keep swimming.
Okay.
30 feet more.
Thank you. Okay. Arlen, death saving throw. Nice.
Oh.
Okay, a nat 20. The way that I homebrew my nat 20s is that you automatically just get 1 hit point and you are now conscious. But that is going to be your turn. So you wake up and you see that Garen is swimming forward as fast as he can. The sea hag is dragging you by your arm. That's going to be the end of your turn. So you are no longer dying. Congratulations.
Yay!
Okay, KayBee. You are in melee range of this blue one here with the seashells. Oh,
Okay.
you're hold personed. Roll me a wisdom saving throw. DC is 13. 11. You try to break out of the bubble, but the bubble is too strong. Can you use a bonus action while you're paralyzed? Paralyzed.
I don't
Can't-
think you can do anything.
Can't move or speak.
Yep.
Okay. Next we have Finn.
Does that mean I sink?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll sink you slowly because you're in a bubble. So you sink 5 feet. Finn.
So Finn, starting to feel really lightheaded at this point. He's like, I gotta make this next one count. And he's gonna go ahead and use Dwayne again.
Okay, just to let everyone know, Garen, you have 1 nat 20. Zombie, you have 3 nat 20s.
My character doesn't know this is a dream. Fuck it, using that 20.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and make an attack and
Oh yeah, duh.
we can either you can either roll twice or just double damage. What do you want to do?
I'll double damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll 1 time.
Yeah. You want me to roll again?
Okay, so that is going to be 7, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage. You smash into her. You see that blood begins to pour out of her and it is muddying these waters. Anything else for you?
Mm-hmm. One more shot with Dwayne.
Okay, yep. Okay, 16. Very good.
Nice.
You see that as you're hitting her, she is starting to become very woozy and disoriented. She seems to be in very bad health here. Bruises mottling her skin and scales where you've made contact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's now their turn. You will see the one in front of you is going to... try to hit you. 17?
Yes.
Okay, you take 9 slashing damage. 9 bludgeoning damage as she grabs you and the hand squeezes. You are now restrained, which means you can't move. Okay, so this blue one here is going to swim up to KayBee and try to slash him. She does 7 slashing damage to you. And the one here is going to try to drag Arlen away. You get an attack of opportunity here, Garen.
And with Arlen being conscious, does that give Garen or counter Garen's disadvantage?
Yeah.
All right. I know it doesn't give sneak attack, but
Okay, 9.
9 piercing.
Very good. You stab forward and you get her in the gut and you see that she begins to bleed profusely and she lets Arlen go. That's gonna be their turns. Garen, it's your turn now.
All right. Garen is going to stab again.
Okay. All right.
18.
Tell me what this looks like.
All right. Well, Garen's not as good with the sword as he is the bow, but he still, stabs her in the gut, pulls back, and then immediately thrusts forward again and stabs her right in the throat.
Very good. You see her gurgling, and as she begins to bleed out, you see the strangest thing happen. She begins to disintegrate into bubbles, and all of a sudden, she is gone.
Right, and then Garen would grab Arlen and kind of help her start swimming back towards the group.
Okay. Pole, it is your turn.
Swim down 30 feet.
Okay. You are now at a range where you can see what is happening here. You see an enormous creature locked in battle with Finn. You see KayBee is inside of a bubble here, unable to move, and you see that there is a hag slashing into KayBee as he's suspended.
I give the finger to the hag.
Okay, great. Arlen, you are conscious now.
Perfect. So for my bonus action, I'm going to hit the Blue Eyes White Dragon with my spiritual weapon.
Okay. Armor class is 14.
All right.
That's a hit, 7 damage.
And they have to make a concentration saving throw on that hold person.
They rolled a 5. So as they get bonked in the back of the head, all of a sudden there's a and you are no longer held, KayBee.
And then I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at a 2nd level.
Okay.
Towards the Blue Eyes.
Okay. Wow, very good. That's 11. So you all see this searing bolt of light just smash into the hag, and the hag is now illuminated.
And I'm gonna stay there. So that's my turn.
Okay. KayBee, the bubble pops around you, and you are now swimming, sinking. It's relative.
Yeah, so I don't know how far I am from the blue dot hag.
You are in 5 feet range.
Okay, sweet. Yep, so I am going to... where was my thing? Sheet is acting up.
That's okay. I have all these cards on my desk, and none of them are helpful right now.
So I swim back. Hopefully, yeah, okay, within 5 feet. And yank out my dagger, and then I'm going to go to work. Short sword and dagger.
Okay, so just to let you know, Guiding Bolt is active, so the first attack that you do, if it lands, is at advantage.
Okay.
Okay.
Will that hit?
Yeah, 25 is a hit. You do 9 damage.
Yep, and then my dagger blow.
14 meets beats. You hit 9 damage.
Nice. Sweet.
You sink both blades into her and she wails in pain. Finn, it's your turn. You are in the grasp of this hag. So in order to flee, you will have to try to wriggle out. But if you want to just attack, you attack at disadvantage.
Oh. Either way, I'm gonna be grounding. All right. Let's attack it. Why not?
Okay. 24 is a hit. Oh, damn. All right, tell me what happens.
At disadvantage.
Oh,
yeah.
you're right. 13's not a hit. But you do have a second attack.
Tell me what happens.
All right, 9. Okay, it is not dead. You're right.
No.
Thank you.
Damn.
Okay, you try to flail your weapon, but she just holds you a little further away. You're unable to hit here. It is her turn. She's going to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
She has advantage here. 22, so you take 9 damage. How are you looking?
Oh, Finn's looking like he probably could have 9 more hit points to him, but he's alright.
Okay. And the hag here with the blue is no longer illuminated. She reaches out to you and tries to
Go ahead, try it.
She... Okay. You see her eyes begin to hollow out, and it almost looks as if she doesn't have any eyeballs anymore. They are just voids. And her teeth become serrated as some kind of spell begins to be cast. Hold on.
Whoa.
You tap into the nightmares of the creature you can see within range and create an illusory manifestation of its deepest fears, visible only to that creature. Make a wisdom saving throw, DC 13. Okay, you managed to succeed. You take nothing. And on a failed save.
Yep, so no damage.
Okay. Yeah, so tell me what you see here as something of your deepest fear begins to manifest, but you managed to shake it off.
Yeah, I think KayBee's greatest fear is to hear the news that his adventuring wife, the dwarven heroine, that she has somehow fallen in battle. So I think that there's this look of terror on his face momentarily. The thought that he'll never see her again.
Excellent. You do manage to shake it off, and you realize that it was just an illusion. So nothing happens here. Garen, it's your turn. Muted?
Me?
Sorry, brain was not processing. You said it was my turn.
Yes.
So Garen will use less than 30 feet to get to blue, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so Garen will do a move and cunning action to dash to blue and
Okay.
then attack.
Okay, very good.
Maybe. There we go. 18.
Okay. Round is this? This is round 7. All right, that is a hit. 10 damage. You slice deeply into this hag here. Anything else for you?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay, Pole, you are within 30 feet of the large creature.
I swim up to it.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, you see that it has been in her grasp. She wheels around and she puts her eyes on you.
I stick my tongue out at it, but I'm careful not to open my mouth all the way.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Arlen, it's your turn.
All right. Can sorry, I keep doing this. Can I point something out?
Yeah.
Garen, you would have gotten sneak attack on that last hit. Because KayBee
No.
was in 5 feet and isn't incapacitated.
Swords have disadvantage, so being within 5 feet of the target makes it so I have advantage. Or
cancels
out the disadvantage, but no sneak attack.
Actually, your short sword is not a disadvantage.
Oh, I thought swords had disadvantage underwater.
Nope. Short sword, spears, tridents, daggers.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no disadvantage.
All right, so go ahead and roll the sneak attack damage. And don't ever be sorry. I just forget.
Right.
It's totally fine.
So, yeah, I get 3d6 sneak attack now. Right. Trying to remember.
I think at level 5 it is 3d6.
I mean, let's face it. Adding this, it's probably dead.
Yeah.
Whether it's 2 or 3.
Oh yeah,
10
it's
more
dead.
damage.
All of a sudden there's a delayed reaction. Then
All right.
now it's Arlen's turn.
Okay. So my spiritual weapon is going to float up to the big hag
Okay, yep.
and will swing at her.
All right, do a bonk. Okay, 6 damage. You see her flinch, her deadly gaze on Pole wincing from the pain.
Perfect. That's what I love to hear. And then I will cast... Let's do Guiding Bolt again at a 1st level.
Okay. That's a nat
Ooh.
1. That misses. The guiding bolt just goes. Sorry,
Alright,
I
that's my
scared
turn.
my cat. Cool. KayBee, it's your turn.
Alrighty, single move, half of 50, 25. I think I should be able to get close, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. 2 swings, short sword.
That's a hit.
And-
Tell me
and
what this looks like.
And it's messed up. So I come up behind it, is looking around, all these opponents kind of coming around it. And I just go to town. I'm just shik, 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 shik. It's Ginsu. I do a little twirl in place and I shik, shik, shik some more.
Okay. Excellent. Same thing. As it begins to twitch in its death throes, the hag begins to disintegrate into bubbles and then disappears. Anything else?
I looked at Finn.
Oh no, he's turned into a murloc.
So all of a sudden it grows quiet. The group of you are underwater here, and with the last hag falling, you feel as if there's a current of water underneath you. It begins to pull down. You feel as if it is trying to suck the entire pool of water here down, down, further down. We're no longer in turn order. I need a dexterity saving throw from Finn. Okay, you manage to squirrel your way out of the hag's hand as they turn into bubbles and you are not pulled into the current. Suck. Yeah, you're getting sucked down. Okay, what would you like to do here? You are all feeling quite faint. That was round 7.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Garen is starting to feel desperate for air, and he's trying to swim up.
Okay.
Arlen's looking around. She's keeping pace with where she's at, but I mean, the rumor was these dark pools of water or whatever hold treasure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's seeing if she sees anything.
Roll me a
That-
perception check.
Okay. And I do have the 300 feet of dark vision as well, if that helps anything.
Go and do it at advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remind your DM of all your stuff that you have, because sometimes they suck at micromanaging. Okay, 20. Very good. You see that there is a glint of light further down into the depths where the big suck is happening.
Hey everyone, I'm gonna go check something out, but you go do your thing. And I start swimming down.
Okay. What is everyone else doing? A sort of mild panic is beginning to set.
I think Finn at this point is just all like, I'm not, you know what, you're on your own now. I don't care. And he just swings his rock with both his hands because it's a two-handed thing. So ignore me doing this as a demonstration. And just he lunges himself upward, hoping it'll dive him upward.
That is not how that works, but okay.
Finn's gonna attempt it.
Is anyone trying to do something other than try to swim for the surface?
So can I see where Arlen is going? I mean, can I see anything?
Do you have 300 feet of dark
No.
vision? Okay,
No.
roll me a perception check.
Okay. Can I investigate my way forward through this?
Do you I'm just gonna tell you investigate's not gonna help you here. Okay, 10. You see Arlen leaving.
I'm gonna follow Arlen.
Okay. Cool. Anything else? Nope. All right.
Paul just shakes his head in disbelief that they're going down more, and turns around and goes 30 feet up.
As the three of you begin to swim up, the moment that you hit the surface and you're desperate for air, at that point I think everyone's lungs are hurting a bit, but you manage to surface no problem. You gasp for air and the light that comes washing down on you is blinding.
Oh, it hurts. The light hurts.
Okay. The two of you are going down, down, down.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on myself a couple times as I'm swimming down?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
So as you begin to push into the depths here, you get closer and closer and you see this pinpoint of light. The current begins to suck you down, and as you will yourself forward with it, it sort of propels you further into the depths. The darkness peels back and you see a golden throne, what appears to be a chair, pulled out into almost like a bench, enough to seat 3 hags, approximately. I'll say that it's about 50 feet from you. KayBee, you are hurrying after Arlen, so you are able to see what Arlen sees as you're coming up. But Arlen does have a chance to do something first, because you're closer. Do you want to do anything?
I'm going towards the throne.
Okay. Can I get a wisdom saving throw from both of you? Wow. Okay, cool. That is a nat 20, 21 from KayBee and a 25 from Arlen. The two of you, as you're looking at this golden throne, you can tell there is something wrong with it. There is something beguiling, something beautiful, but it is very unnatural. Arlen, as you come up to it, what would you like to do? Would you like to touch it? Would you like to sit in it?
Kind of want... I think she'd touch it, just first instinct.
Okay. KayBee, you see Arlen is trying to reach out and touch it. What do you want to do here?
Look around the area. Take a look at it closely. Any symbology, any loot? I'm looking for loot. You know.
Okay, you're looking for loose valuables.
Yeah, I guess just investigating. This is interesting. Something different. Arlen is at the throne. That's cool. That's great. Take a look around for look for any kind of threats. Look for any kind of loot.
Okay.
I'm also kind of probably worried about my breath. At some point, I'm going to start to panic.
Yeah, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Now, I just want to confirm how long have I been underwater?
A long time. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Constitution saving throw.
Okay, 21. Very good. Okay, so what you see around the throne here is a number of different plants, and they are coral, but they look very spindly, and they look almost as if they are in various stages of rot. As you're kind of turning your focus away from the throne itself, you realize that there are things of evidence that point to decay and corruption. You see this sort of black liquid, almost ink-like, melting out of the bottom of the throne and falling off of these coral platforms. And there is something foul with the water. Even though you're not breathing it in, you do kind of have a smell of it in your nose. You can tell that what you see here, any opulence, it is just an illusion. There's nothing of value here. It is just corruption.
Can I break off a chunk of that coral?
Yes, you can definitely try.
Give it a schwack.
As you want to hit it with your weapon?
Yes.
Okay. What are you using to hit it?
Short sword.
Is it magic?
It's artificer infusion, so temporary magic, yes.
Okay. As you smack into the coral, your weapon shatters. You have drawn the Talon card. You
Okay.
lose that item completely.
Gotcha.
It just shatters into bubbles in your hand.
Cool.
Arlen, as you touch the throne, you feel something heavy in your hand. You realize that your hand is starting to turn to gold from the fingertips, and it's slowly creeping up.
I remove my hand from the throne and kind of like take a closer look.
As you remove your hand, the parts of your fingertips that have begun to turn to gold, they remain gold. It does not continue to grow.
Is this like I can't move my fingers like they're just solid gold, or
They're
can
bendy.
I move my they're bendy? Like normal bendy?
Yeah.
So I
They
can
just
just
feel
keep
heavy.
touching. Oh, okay. I can keep touching this and I can be all gold.
Do you want to?
Absolutely no danger.
I'm gonna make an intelligence check for Arlen.
Okay.
Nope,
5.
she's touching the throne.
Are you doing both hands now?
Yeah.
Are you going to sit in it? In both
Yeah.
hands?
Yeah.
Okay. Arlen, as you do, you can feel it beginning to take over with even greater speed. KayBee, after noticing that your blade has turned to bubbles, you see Arlen turning into gold.
Do I have some sense of what that means? I mean, what kind of magic could that be?
I think you're smart enough to kind of put 2 and 2 together. Like,
Is she turning
there's
into a hag?
illusion magic going on here, lots of corruption, some disruption of magic, destroyed your weapon. Whatever's happening is a terrible thing.
Yeah. So I sense this is a threat
Probably.
to her.
Maybe.
Yeah, I swim in front of her, and I'm probably letting out some bubbles as I'm waving my hands in this panic of like, don't do this.
KayBee, look, I'm turning into gold. This is so cool.
KayBee, as you are trying to talk, you begin to drown.
I'm going to physically pull her off of the throne.
Okay. Arlen, do you resist?
I'm like, I put my foot on the side of the throne, and I'm going to
Okay.
grab her by her shoulders and pull.
KayBee, your boot begins to turn to gold.
I'm trying to pull her off.
Okay.
Oh
This
my
is a problem.
gosh.
This is a problem. So I use all of my athletics.
Wait, hold on. We have
Oh my
to ask.
God.
We have to ask first if Arlen resists or not.
She probably is resisting.
Well, don't speak for
Um,
her.
I'm gonna insight check to see if she's truly understanding what KB's saying.
Okay.
Yes.
24. Yeah. You get all the sense that KayBee is worried for you. KayBee has the sense that this is bad, trying to save you from a bad thing.
Arlen sighs. Also sees that you're drowning. How much has this gold kind of like surrounded her so far?
Since you sat in it, you're pretty much almost all gold now.
Okay. She'll have to be satisfied with that. So she'll get off the throne, is going to grab KayBee. Will cast Expeditious Retreat
Mm-hmm.
and is gonna swim up to the surface,
Okay.
like carrying him.
Okay. Fantastic. As you do, you all emerge. Sorry. As you break up into the surface, this blinding light washes over you, and for a brief second, you feel the warmth of the sun basking on your skin. And then, everyone at the same time, you wake up.
Am I gold?
You'll have to find out when we return from our break.
Oh.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Please join us in doing a little stretch, and we'll see the ramifications of the spooky hag dream in
boy.
a little bit. Be right back, everyone. Each one of you suddenly gasps awake, and as you do, you find yourselves on the Sea Lily. You can hear it storming outside. The ship is rocking precariously where it is docked here in Saltmarsh. We have Garen. As you wake up, you find something in your hand. You realize that you are sopping wet. It's almost as if you've been underwater. And in your hand, there is something sharp. As you kind of snap to your senses and look at it, you can see that it appears to be a set of bracers made out of dark coral. You have drawn the sun card.
Ooh.
Just kidding.
Oh.
They're not bracers. It's a helmet. Oh, I knew I was gonna fuck this up. You see that there is a helmet. As you look at the helmet, you see that it is made out of the same coral. It is basically black coral, and when you look at it, it's the kind that like has an open face. It comes down over your brow just a tiny bit, but it won't interrupt your field of vision.
Right, that traditional Roman-looking
Yeah.
helmet.
Yeah. So what do? You find this helm in your hand, and you are sopping wet.
And does he remember the dream?
Oh yeah, you remember everything.
Okay.
You remember reaching the surface and then immediately waking up.
as he's kind of catching his breath, because he was very short on breath as he reached the surface. He's looking at the helm. He's to the point where he doesn't trust anything else that went on, and he's going to set it down on the table nearby and gonna go look for KayBee.
Okay, very good. So at the same time, Pole, same thing. You kick awake. You are sopping wet. There is a piece of kelp that is hanging off of your boot. And you find something in your hand. You have drawn the key card. You have a set of coral bracers. They are made out of that same black coral.
Wow. I got a prize for that. I'm gonna put them on.
Okay, you immediately slide them on. They are a little tight, and they kind of scratch your skin as you pull them on, but once they're on, they feel very comfortable. You get the sense that... Roll me an Arcana check. Okay, 13. You get the sense that there is a sort of weight to them, and just of their construction, that they are definitely magical, but perhaps you will need some time in order to tell what it is.
They look cool.
I think they're probably the fanciest thing on your person.
Well, I mean, I have this cool loot.
Ah, comparable.
Clear cat of Chendel and a mechanical canary. I don't know.
Oh,
I've got
you're right.
all sorts of cool stuff, but and pirate clothes. It's all
Yes.
good. I'm super fancy,
You are.
but I'm super wet.
You are.
I'm gonna find a towel.
Okay. When you wake up, you see that Tully is sleeping, and he's kicking in his sleep and he's snoring. But you find that the ship is mostly quiet. You begin to step out in search of a towel. Next, we have KayBee. KayBee, you don't kick awake immediately. As you wake up, instead of waking up, you find the dream turn. As you reach the surface and the light washes down on you, it's almost like a flash into another place. You have drawn the Eurali card. This card triggers a flashback. Reflection, introspection, character backstory. What does KayBee feel as Arlen is dragging you to the surface? What emotion is filling KayBee as you are being saved?
KayBee thinks about a moment 250 years prior when his wife, the Dwarven heroine, had told him that she'd be right back. She told him to remain faithful, and she made him promise that he would remain faithful. So he stood there in the doorway of his house with a small child under each of his hands, and he made a promise. He promised that he would remain faithful to his wife, waiting for her to return from adventure 250 years ago. He thinks about that.
Okay. So this visits you in your dream. And you find the two children looking up at you. And time goes by and they grow. And eventually your house becomes empty as they leave.
And I look out the window. She'll be back.
How long is it before you decide to leave?
It's a long time. It was KayBee's 299th birthday when he finally decided to go looking for her.
As you prepared to leave your home, Tell me something important that you took with you. What was the last day that KayBee spent in his home like?
It was a nervous moment. He had inherited the house from the previous owner. As a young Finadiri, as a house spirit, he had dwelled in the shadows. He had lived in the cobwebs, coming out when the old human farmer was asleep. KayBee would sweep. He would eat the crumbs of the remaining food that the farmer had left. And KayBee was diligent. He would go milk the cow. He would sweep the stoop and do all those things that a house spirit does, but unseen. And in payment, he would, without guilt, he would steal a little bit of food, and he would take payment. But that's the way of the Finadiri. So it was a difficult moment for him to leave. Sure, he had worked in the local mine. He had done a lot of things, but this had been his home his entire life. So it was difficult for him to eventually decide that he had to go.
So as Garen enters your room, you still asleep. What does he hear? What does he see as you're dreaming this?
Yeah, I guess thinking about his wife, Tamaya, he's I don't know, it's been a long time. He's probably saying, well, maybe she will come back.
Okay.
The door creaks open. KayBee shakes his head awake.
Mm-hmm.
He says, damn it, Captain.
What happened? Is Arlen well?
I don't know. I slide out of my hammock and I, of course, my little room here is all built up with tools. It's a little shop. I start kicking tools aside and
KayBee,
storm out the door.
the second that you get up and you hit the floor, you hear a loud thunk. And you see that the tip of your boot has turned to gold. And you are sopping wet.
I know what I'm gonna do with this boot.
Okay, KayBee storms out of the door. Arlen. As you meet sunlight, you gasp awake. You are sopping wet. And you find that your body is a little heavier. You immediately realize that the parts of you that have turned gold remain gold. You have drawn the star card. You can reflect this however you like. You gain 1 ability score to any score that you like. Cannot exceed 24.
Got it.
So if you were to inspect yourself, just so you know, as a player, you have essentially aesthetically turned to gold. You still function as normal. You are a little heavier than before. Basically, you have turned a different color. We'll say that it's up to you how you want this to look aesthetically, but gold is quite prominent, and it's going to cover about like 75% of you.
Okay. I put the +1 in my strength.
Okay.
Because I feel like that makes sense since I'm heavier now.
So it doesn't have to be like gold plating. If you want it to be splotchy, if you want it to be dots, if you want it to be like a shimmer where you can still see your pink under, whatever you want, any kind of aesthetic.
Cool.
Suggestion, your heart?
My heart is gold. Arlen wakes up and feels kind of the heaviness of herself, feeling that it's new, but assuming she will grow used to it. She kind of looks at her arm, which is fully gold, as it shines in the light coming through the window. A smile kind of like encroaches upon her face, not necessarily entirely willingly, or intentionally, but she truly thinks this is such a cool thing that's happened to her. And there are no consequences for this. She's just gold. She's special. She stands out even more now. She is truly an adventurer that people will now remember. She looks towards her club, which is kind of laying beside her. I imagine that's not entirely what you wanted to show me.
I think as you say that, you hear someone approaching your door. KayBee, what do you say on the other side of her door?
And why you do things like this? Captain, come out here right now.
All right, calm down. Everything is fine. And I get up from my bed and start, I guess it would be a hammock, and start walking towards the door. And then she opens it, and all of her brilliance, like big kind of like satisfied expression on her face as she looks at everyone that's now there, because I think the others followed KayBee.
Yeah, so I would say, Pole, as you were searching for a towel, you would have heard Garen and KayBee heading over towards Arlen's room.
Oh my God.
Isn't that dazzling?
Wow.
What?
So what is the time it is? Is it morning now?
It's
sun, or is it
before
moon?
sunrise,
Mm.
before daybreak.
So probably twinkling in the lantern light.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Why would you?
I guess I can't be mad.
Why would you do that?
Why
Hey,
would
I
you
got this
not?
cool. Holy.
What the? What? I.
That's some on my
Yeah.
boot.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everyone hears a loud crash. And we hard cut over to Finn's room.
God.
No, 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 no.
Finn, you've drawn the ruin card.
Of course I have.
Oh,
so we do have modified rules for ruin. I can't remember if we've played it
Thank
since then.
goodness.
But essentially, you lose a non-magical item and is just broken. So what I was thinking, and you can
Nope, go
flavor
ahead.
this however you like,
I'll go with it. Yeah.
you wake up violently and
Yeah.
you throw yourself around in bed. You land on your backpack and there's a crunch and a loud thud as you crash down
Mhm.
into it.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps it's your weight, perhaps it's Dwayne smashing into something in your bag, but something is just pulverized. You get to choose what that is. And you're awake and you're sopping wet.
Oh, damn it. Oh, what the hell was that? And he'll go into his bag. And because I don't really ever use it, I'm just going to go ahead and say my longbow is what got crushed in there.
Oh yeah, splinters. The only use it can have now is just be toothpicks.
Oh, I was going to try and work on my longbow game. Damn. Fuck. Oh, well, whatever. And he'll like pick the pieces out of the backpack and just kind of like soaking wet. And he's like, it was a dream, wasn't it? But I'm wet. The hell happened? And then he'll start hearing everyone out there go like, "Ooh, wow, the hell, what is this?" And I'm like, what else is going on? And he's gonna pinch himself, like he thinks he's in yet another dream.
Okay, so as Finn is doing that, everyone else, you hear a loud crash coming from Finn's room.
I think Garen would head to Finn's room.
So would Paul. Uh-oh.
So yeah, Garen gets to Finn's room and knocks on the door. Finn, are you all right in there?
I think so. I think I broke something of my items, not of my body.
Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, KayBee. I woke up with a helmet in my hands, but after everything that's gone on, I think I want someone to look it over with me. And you know more about magic than most of us, so
Yeah, let's go to the workshop, I guess.
okay.
And then right in the middle of that conversation, Finn will open the door and he'll be like, "Did you have a dream of us being in water?" And he looks at you like, "You look wet."
Yeah, just like you.
Oh
Yeah,
goodness.
that-
And he'll look and see the whole group of people and he'll go, "Oh, oh God, KayBee, why is your boot why Arlen, why are you all gold? What the hell happened? I don't remember that part of the dream."
Not all gold, just mostly.
What happened?
I know. This is chaos.
Did
Let's
this
go
happen
to...
if we all had the same dream, did you see what happened to her?
Yeah,
I'm not
but
sure it was
I
a
don't
dream.
think I'm at liberty to say. I'll let the captain speak for herself.
All right, let's all go to KayBee's workshop and talk this over.
Okay, that's fine.
As everyone turns to leave, you see down the hall, the direction that you're going, Tully is standing there butt naked, scratching his ass. He looks at the group of you, making very sleepy eye contact, and then just turns around and goes back the way he came from.
Totally, it's not a naked day.
I know, Captain. Good night. Okay.
I'm Tully.
It's all natural, I think.
Garen would run back to his cabin, grab the helmet, and catch back up.
Okay. So y'all head back over to KayBee's workshop. What do you want to do?
So I clear a space on the workbench. They got something you want me to look at, and I bring out my spell book where I've got the identify spell, and I'll cast that as a ritual as we look over the new items.
Okay, sounds good. So you see that Garen has a helm of underwater action. While you wear it, you can breathe underwater, you gain dark vision with a range of 60 feet, and you gain a swim speed of 30 feet. And you learn that Pole has bracers of defense. While you wear these bracers, you get +2 bonus to AC if you are wearing no armor and using no shield.
Tough.
Oh, well. Oh. Those are really nice gifts that you both got.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just for swimming.
Yeah. Oh, Garen. Since my longbow is now destroyed, I have like 16 arrows. Do you want them?
Yeah. I tend to go through them rather quickly.
Okay.
Can't hurt.
They're probably going to a better home anyway. There you go.
There's a knock at the door, and the door opens. You see Imloth standing there, and she starts with, "Captain, and trails off as she sees Arlen.
What is it?
Imloth narrows her eyes and looks over at the others, and then continues with some hesitation. I received a letter from the Mariners Guild here in Saltmarsh. They wanted to speak with you.
The Mariners Guild. Alright. I'll go and see them later today.
Are you feeling okay?
I feel fantastic.
Very well. And
And
she looks.
granted a great boon.
I see. Was this why you wanted the entire crew to sleep on the ship tonight?
Was part of it. An unexpected part, but part of it all the same.
All right. Well, I will leave the letter on your desk.
Thank you very much.
She kind of backs out of the room and closes the door quietly.
You know what? Now that she's
Yep.
gone, Garen's going to look at Arlen. Okay. How are you golden?
Yeah, and is it the same thing that KB's got? And how did KB get his boot golden and not the rest of his body?
It's kind of nice, ain't it?
It is a nice boot.
Well, while all of you were going back to the surface, I looked around and saw that there was a glint in the water, and so I went and investigated, and KB followed. Turned out to be a throne of corals, and
Okay.
when I touched it, my fingers began to turn to gold. I saw that I could still move them just fine, and I thought, how interesting would it be to be someone made entirely of gold? So I sat upon the throne, and KB didn't seem to like the idea, and so he started trying to pull me off, and he was also drowning, so I decided after a moment to bring him back to the surface. So I'm not entirely gold, but it is still rather extraordinary, and I think it will definitely get my name around better and make me an even more well-known adventurer.
Yeah, I think it will, but I was really worried because there was like this dark power kind of rolling off, and it looked like corruption, you know. And I don't want you to become like a sea hag or something.
Thank you for your concern, but everything's fine.
I think
Luckily-
it's bloody
Um,
mental.
Yeah,
What were you thinking?
I actually agree with Paul on this one.
yeah, no.
Look really closely. Can I get real close and look? Is there any sense of corruption? I mean, like where on the skin?
Roll me an investigation check.
I can try that.
23. Okay, as you get a really close look at it, you can tell that the gold, it isn't necessarily her literal skin. It does definitely look more like it's something on her, a substance on her. It looks as if that the process of whatever was going on is incomplete. Arlen seems fine right now, so as far as you can tell, it isn't harmful. Perhaps you might need more time to pass in order to
I
get
think
any
we-
symptom.
I think we should watch it very closely. Maybe even like check with the healer.
KB, I am a healer.
I mean, like a druid or somebody who really knows what they're talking about.
It's fine. Stop worrying. I'm fine. You see?
Okay.
Everything is fine.
I'll just make some notes in my journal.
If it's
Don't
bothering
think it's
you,
fine.
And bring out a measure, and at a distance, I'm like measuring the size of the spots.
whatever you're concerned about with her, KB, aren't you considered a concern for the same with you with the boot?
It's just my boot.
People stubborn. Okay. All right.
I kicked the boot off.
It's only on your boot. It's not your foot. You can hear various parts of the ship are beginning to clang and bong and all sorts of noises of people rising and getting ready to work.
I also want to mention I love how everybody's so bent out of shape about Arlen being golden. Nobody has talked about Garen's lack of shadow.
Yeah, I
Probably
mean, I
haven't
feel like
noticed.
that's hard to see. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Hi, Lord Gusumba. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders.
Hello.
I think we're happy about Garen's lack of shadow. We
Yeah.
we expect him to level up, you know.
Right? Yeah. Even harder to notice and thus better at making
Oh.
things dead.
Crap.
All right. So after your brush with the 3 sea hags, I think everyone does manage to feel rather rested. If you expended any spells, they are completely replenished. You have the effects of a long rest here. And you can hear the docks all around you. People murmuring sounds of industry. You can definitely smell breakfast being cooked.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I'm quite hungry. So rather than stay here and worry about things that are absolutely fine, I'm going to go get some food. And Arlen begins to walk out.
What can we do?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let her go do what she wants. I'm not following next time. Paul just goes and he's gonna get some dry clothes and a towel and clean off before he goes to breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Finn as well is probably gonna try and dry off, and then he'll go down to breakfast.
Yeah. Garen's just gonna change his clothes and accept the fact that his morning routine has been blown out of the water. He's gonna be a little off all day, but he's gonna go get food.
Okay.
Makings of a great day.
You find that breakfast is quite bland. It seems that no one has really prepared to spend the night on the ship. Nobody had gone and refreshed the supplies quite yet. So it's hot, it's filling, it's not that tasty, it's a little on the salty side, but it does the job.
I was going to go to Hannah's.
Oh, okay. So Arlen does not eat on the ship. Does anyone else want to join Arlen?
Nah.
Yeah.
I think
Garen's
I'm gonna.
If
Yeah,
the
no,
boss is
yeah.
leaving the ship, yeah, I'm gonna follow the boss.
Okay.
Garen's sullenly eating at the mess on the ship.
Oh my gosh. All right, this is perfect. Okay, so Arlen and KayBee, you are joined with Imloth as you go to the snapping line to go find Hannah Wrist. You see that it is quite busy there this morning. You see that there are a number of mariners and a number of fisher folk that are currently tucking away their food to hurry off to the docks. You find that there is some time that goes by before you're given a table, and once you are, Imloth slides over the paper to Arlen so she can read the letter from the Mariners Guild. Meanwhile, Pole, Garen, and Finn, as you are in the mess hall, there is a tension in the air as the crew members of the Sea Lily here are all eyeballing the 3 of you. You see Tully kind of scoot closer, and the little goblin says, "So, what's the inside scoop on the captain, eh?"
Well,
Why
she
don't you-
turned to gold, but I guess she's okay. She seems to think so anyway, so who are we to ask, eh? Don't worry about it.
That's what she told us. She told us not to worry about it.
All right. See Tully just lean into Garen.
What?
What do you think?
I think I slept like crap. And I feel like crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have any luck sleeping last night either.
I slept like a baby. I don't know what all of you have been going through. Paul, I did find this strange thing under your pillow.
What were you looking under my pillow for? It's my
I'm
pillow.
sorry. I thought I lost something. And you see him slam
Why would you
something on the
lose something
table.
on my side of the room?
He slams
not
something
supposed
on
to go
the
there.
table and he runs away. He leaves behind a strange cloth doll. It doesn't have any features, but you see that a number of holes are pricked into its chest, and there's a needle right where the heart should be.
What?
What is he finding? What are you guys in your room?
Well, he said this was under my pillow. Looks like a voodoo doll or something.
It does. That's what I'm wondering. It's who'd you put the voodoo on?
I didn't put it there.
And you would recognize that it doesn't belong to Tully.
Who does voodoo anyway? You?
I don't. I haven't messed with voodoo. Not that I know of.
I have to ask around. And people are all here for breakfast, right?
Yes, all of the eyes of the entire crew are on you. You see Digby, the half elf with olive skin, brown hair, who is a bit of a trickster. He
Good dancer.
slurps his soup very loudly as he's listening to all of you.
All right, I'm just gonna hold it up. Did somebody lose this? Look around, see if anyone says anything or even has that look in their eye like they're trying to avoid my gaze or something.
Roll me an insight check, and any of you three can do this. That's a 7 from Paul, a 10 from Garen, and an
I'm gonna
18
use
from
my
Finn.
blessing.
Okay,
to
go
do
ahead and re-roll.
it.
Wow.
There you go.
Double crits. Okay.
Nice.
Man,
So, all three of you are pretty certain that no one is lying. Each and every one of the crew members denies that they have never seen it. They don't own it. It doesn't belong to them.
Well,
Hmm.
I don't have a reason not to trust them with that. So, I guess I'm just wondering how the hell it appeared under your pillow.
well, magic
Right.
probably. Voodoo magic. I'm gonna ask KayBee, he
Um,
probably knows.
KayBee would probably know. Yeah.
You see Book, the pale person with braided black hair shorn on one side, lean forward, intense gaze on you, and Book says, "Do you think that might be the only one? It seems that you, the captain's squad, experienced some strange things last night. None of us have had any strange dreams or woke up cold."
Yeah, right. You should all look under our pillows. Maybe someone put stuff under there to make us have these weird dreams. And it's only half a dream. Because we came back wet. And gold.
Well, some of us.
I'd rather just be wet, thanks.
Yeah. No.
Right.
I have at least. I feel at least a little lucky with that, I guess.
Yeah, Garen at that would just, leave whatever's left of his food in there and head back to his bunk and check under his pillow.
Okay? You find an exact copy.
He would come back into the mess and set it down on the table. This was under my pillow.
All right. Well, I wonder if we can use some kind of magic to find out who put it there.
Well, let me. I mean, okay. And then he'll go. He'll excuse himself real quick. Go to also look under his pillow.
You have an exact copy.
Oh, bloody hell. All right. Brings it back and slams it on the table. Yep, I got one too. I'm going to assume, because they're not here, they probably both Arlen and KayBee also have one. So I don't know who's trying to pull voodoo on us, but someone's trying to pull voodoo on us.
Oh,
Maybe I'll ask Penny.
Oh, that could be a
Penny!
good idea.
As you reach out for Penny, you don't find her. She's out of your reach. You have drawn the Donjon card.
Oh
no.
No.
Somewhere
no.
along the way in Dreamland, you've lost track of her.
Not Penny. Not again.
Penny's going into town to get
Yep.
some beer. I mean, Paul is.
Oh, Paul.
Penny.
Okay. Yeah.
Paul.
All right.
Hmm.
So we cut over to Arlen, KayBee, and Imloth. As you're finally sat down, Hannah Wrist, this very well-dressed, very composed woman with a very tight bun, not a single hair out of place. She looks at the group of you. Oh, trying on a new look, are we?
I received the blessing, and now I'm hungry.
Well, we have some new fish items back on the menu. She slides a menu to you.
Perfect. And I take a look at the menu.
Okay.
And I order the most expensive thing.
Oh, very good. And what can I get for you, Mr. KayBee?
So KayBee rode in on legs,
Okay.
the human-sized mechanical steel defender. So seeing that there's food and definitely having a hunger, he slides down off of legs and hops up on the bench there at the table and grabs a menu and takes a look.
I'm thinking meat. I need some meat.
Very
Get
good.
my energy back. Some of that one. I haven't tried that one yet.
Very good. I will be back shortly. And you see her wander her way away. Imloth slides a letter over to you, Arlen. Directly from the Mariners Guild.
All right. Thank you. And I open it and take a look.
Okay, it says, to Arlen Ruvulath, Captain of the Sea Lily. I wish to seek out an audience with you. My name is Guildmaster Tabith. I am with the Mariners Guild Hall. There is an issue that has arisen that might affect the safety and well-being of the people of Saltmarsh. It is my intention to try to build a lighthouse on Abbey Isle, which is about 8 hours away from Saltmarsh. With its construction, we can guarantee the safe harboring of ships as they come in. However, the Isle is troubled. Please seek me out at your earliest convenience. Warm regards, Guildmaster Tabith.
All right. So seems like we're going to go talk to Guildmaster soon.
What an opportune time, Imloth says. It will be a matter of weeks for the Saltmarsh Council to work out arrangements with the two ambassadors that came with us from the Lizard Folk lair.
Of course. I do like that people are starting to come to us directly instead of trying to go through the council. It's a nice little position to have in society.
You hear a voice over your shoulder. That is the benefit of having friends in high places. Hannah puts the food down on the table.
Thank you. And
Thank
I
you.
give her 3 gold.
Oh, thank you. Very generous.
Well, I'm practically made of the stuff now, so and I start eating.
It's delicious.
Hell
It's
yeah.
fish.
I've missed fish.
Fish seasoned with fish, with a side of fish. KayBee, you get like a ham hock with a side of fish.
As big as my head.
Yes. Belly's
Well-
full. Yep.
Would you all like to join me to talk to this guild master? Seems the other three are a bit upset, so
They'll get over it.
yeah, they'll be fine.
Do you have any commands you'd wish me to give out to the crew, Captain?
Tell them that we may be setting sail in the next day or two, so stay close.
And restock
But
the
they're
ship.
Very
they're
good.
free to go around. Tell Tully not to get arrested.
Very good. I will speak with Agni, the quartermaster, and we will make sure that all the provisions are taken care of.
Thank you.
And thank you for breakfast.
Of course.
She salutes sharply and then heads off.
You don't have to do that every time. All right, see you.
She throws you a wink over her shoulder.
That's better.
All right. So the two of you begin to make your way over to the Mariners Guild Hall. So you head over from 13, where the snapping line is. Here. And you make your way north, number 21, where the Mariners Guild Hall is. Back on the ship, however, you have finished eating. Imloth returns, and you see that Arlen and KayBee are not with her. Alright, crew. Gather around. The captain wishes us to set sail in a few days, so you are all given shore leave. Agni, we will have to get the provisions in line so that we can set sail on time. Does anyone have any questions? Yes, Master Finn.
Where are we going?
It seems that we are heading off to Abbey Isle.
Okay, Isle. Okay.
Both the captain and Mr. KayBee have made their way over to the Mariners Guild Hall to speak with the Guildmaster. I was told to relay that you are given freedom to do whatever you please over the next few days.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Very good. I did see that most of the shops are open now if you wish to handle your own provisions.
And then Finn will look over at Garen and go, may as well, I'm going to go find them and tell them what's going on. Because I think something's happening, and isn't it quite convenient that I accused our little wizard friend of something and all this voodoo magic starts happening. So I'm going to go find KayBee and Arland and tell them what's going on.
I'll join you.
Okay.
Paul, are you coming with us or are you staying on the boat?
I know you want to go to
Neither.
market.
I'm gonna go get shit-faced. I've had enough of this.
I mean, that's fine. Just try and not go too far and make sure you're safe. Okay.
Okay.
After we get off the ship, Garen looks at Finn, says, why do I feel like we'll be bailing him and Tully out of jail before we can leave?
Garen, you feel a small hand clap on the back of your arm reassuringly. You see Tully.
Ah!
Tully looks up at you, a hand on his hip. He looks at you dead serious, and he says, "Look, Mr. Garen. It is of my utmost concern that Mr. Poe is kept safe. And it seems that you and I share this sentiment.
I never would have expected this level of seriousness from you.
Listen! I can be serious when I want to.
I actually believe you.
All right, Tully.
Take care of him.
I've gotten quite fond of Poe.
All right, Tully. I bailed you out once before. I'm telling you right now, this is to prove yourself. All right? If anything happens to you or Paul, even if it's your fault, something's gonna happen. Okay?
Okay, you don't have to make it sound like a threat. I'm trying to help.
I tried to be nice the first time and you ended up in jail. I'm sorry. You need to earn the trust.
Well, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Mr. Garen. He just kind of turns. Like I said, I want to help.
I believe you. Take care of him. And then
All right.
Garen would walk off.
As you walk off, he gives you a sharp salute. You are drawn the knight card.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yes!
You're going to be seeing a lot more of Tully now.
Oh boy!
Yes.
Tully's going to be on your backside like a barnacle.
Oh man.
Why do I feel like we're gonna have more stinky baby moments where Garen's carrying Tully someplace?
That's
You see
so
Tully
great.
just like cracking his knuckles, doing a stretch. He's like, right. And he starts to tromp off in the direction of wherever Pole went.
Oh boy!
That's great. That's fantastic.
All right. So the two of you want to try to meet up with Arlen. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So Arlen and KayBee, you are going to get there first. You find that the Mariners Guild Hall, it is quite an organized establishment. You see that there are a number of sailors that are coming in and out of this building here. And as you enter, you realize that it is mostly administrative. There are a number of desks and offices kind of strewn about. And as you make your way inside, the attendant at the front desk looks at the group of you and says, I don't think I've seen you before. Welcome on in to the Mariners Guild Hall. What can I do to help you? You don't necessarily look like the fishing folk type.
Not fishing, no. Sailing and adventuring, yes. We've been reached out to by the guildmaster.
Oh, do you have an appointment?
I hold up the papers. As soon as I'm able, is what it says.
Ah, this is the Skip the Appointment book letter of invitation. Very good. If you'll follow me, I will take you directly into the office.
All right.
As we go, I'd like to take some of the brochures off of the counter there, tuck them in my pocket, reading for later.
Yeah, one's like Fisher's Union, and then another one is like how to recognize the fish that you need to leave behind. And then another one's like blue holes ? Or aliens ? So as the two of you begin to make your way up some stairs, around a corner, and then into an office, you find that it is quite humble. The entire building is rather austere, and there is a very heavy, salty scent to the entire building. You find Guildmaster Tabith, an older gentleman with weathered skin. You can tell that he spends a lot of time outdoors. He has a mop of salt and pepper black hair. And he comes up to you, and he extends his hand. He is a human. He says, Hello, it is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Tabith. Welcome.
Arlen Ruvelath. And I shake his hand.
His hand is warm and very strong. You can feel the calluses on his palm, and you can tell that he is a person that has had a life of physical labor. He shakes your hand very warmly, not too rough, not too soft, and he offers it to KayBee as well.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Yes, welcome. I presume you are Captain Arlen, and who might you be?
I'm sorry, Sir Kissimmee Brightbloom, Knight of the Sea Lily.
Ah, excellent. Please, sit down. There's some very plain chairs there.
I walk over and sit down.
Tromp over on legs and leg squats. On that level.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, the chair is gonna break under that. So he sits down, he says, I will get right to it. Abbey Isle has a number of issues. It has some history, so to speak. Pirates recently ransacked Abbey Isle, an island just off the coast that was once populated by a group of cultists. Much to the guild's delight, the battle between the two factions weakened them both. We sent a force ashore, and the remaining pirates were either killed or driven off by our soldiers. It is apparently abandoned, but a danger remains. There seems to be a number of undead guarding the isle. We have been unable to make it past the only safe approach onto the island, a beach called the Skull Dunes.
This is fantastic news. Our friend Finn is going to be incredibly excited. It's always nice for me to be able to kill some undead as well. So you just need us to go there, kill the undead, and that's about it. Is there anything else we should be worried about?
Well, we haven't been able to get further in than the beach, so we don't know what other threats lie beyond. But for a sum of 2,000 gold pieces, we wish you to explore the island, clear it entirely of threats, so that we may begin construction of a lighthouse on the site.
How many gold? Oh, sorry.
2K.
Okay.
Payment will be made upon completion of this job after the safety of the island is verified by guild members.
All right. A few questions.
Aye.
You say you don't know what other dangers are on the island. What kind of cultists lived there before?
We don't know. We don't have any information about who they were. All of the pirates that went into battle with them have either been killed or driven away.
And were the pirates the ones that were largely dealing in smuggling in Saltmarsh before? Or were they
That is a safe
pirates
assumption.
from somewhere else?
A safe assumption. We don't really know. We don't have any of them in custody.
All right. KayBee, do you have any questions?
No, I'm just wondering about the island. What else do you know about it? Any other hazards in the water around there?
Yes. So the isle is completely surrounded by shoals and high-cut cliffs. You will only be able to approach the island from the southern shore. There is a beach. Otherwise, all the other sides of the island go up on a cliffside, and it will be impossible to scale.
And how many men did you take when you tried to take the island before? I mean, did you have 20 men? Did you have 50 men?
We have sent various groups at different times. There have been multiple attempts. Maybe about 10 newer adventurers.
All right. Well, this is all helpful information. I think we're going to do a little bit of research, information gathering. I have no reason to believe that we won't be able to see this done soon for you all. But I don't know if you've heard about our various exploits in Saltmarsh so far, but our services are being requested from a number of various groups and for different projects. So I don't know if 2,000 gold is a hard number or if there's a little bit more or something else that you can offer us as well, so that we can be sure to help you as soon as we can.
Roll me a persuasion check. 25. He strokes his beard. He says, "Aye. Unfortunately, 2,000 gold is the maximum amount that I can offer at this time, but we do have a number of supplies that are available for your disposal from the Mariners Guild quartermaster.
Oh,
We do wish very much for this lighthouse to be built, so it is on our best interest to try to appeal to you however we can."
So DM, question out of character. I think I remember that we were working some licenses related to our own ship. Has that matter been completely resolved? Are there any licenses that we might, conceptually that might throw in here? Like
think-
maybe multi-year licensing or something? I'm sure there's something ship related we might be able to add in.
So the Mariners Guild wouldn't be... I don't think that they... Oh, no, they would.
I think Hannah took care of all of that stuff.
Yeah, like your papers are all good. Hannah did take care of it. You would know that if you want to renegotiate something, that this is where you would do it. Yeah.
So like have it being prepaid for 5 years for our docking fees.
Yeah, you could do that if you want. Like, that would make sense.
I think maybe you can mark us off for 5 years of prepaid docking fees.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Can you get it at advantage since I rolled so well?
No.
I guess I'm trying not to use my charisma, trying to use my logic. Trying to use the headiness. So I'll roll it.
6. He says, "Well, I'm open to renegotiating your license. But let's see first if you can complete the contract. How does that sound?"
Yeah, I don't know. I follow my boss's lead.
Very good. Well, he scribbles down on a piece of paper. "This should be good enough for you to cash in with our quartermaster, and they will provide anything and everything they can to ensure this mission is a success."
Very well. Should I just speak to the quartermaster and ask what sort of things they can provide, or do you have a general idea?
We pretty much have anything that you will need, but yes, the details you will have to speak with them. One thing to note, if you do wish to accept this contract, is that the contact that you will need to speak to about the Isle is Major Ursa. He will provide any additional information that you will need for the assignment. You will find him in a lighthouse on an island nearby. And he pulls out a map and he shows you that the lighthouse where Major Ursa resides is about 6 hours away from Saltmarsh, and then Abbey Island is about another 2 hours away.
Right. Sounds good. You'll be hearing from us soon.
Very good. Thank you so much. And you see him stand up and offer his hand again.
Arlen stands up and shakes it.
You can see him admiring your gold hand a little bit. He pulls back. He shakes KB's hand. Very good. Good luck. This will help all of Saltmarsh.
Of course. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. And I think as the two of you begin to make your way down is around the time where both Garen and Finn are talking to the receptionist. And the receptionist says, "I'm sorry, I cannot admit you without any kind of physical proof of an invitation."
Well, and he'll give a description of what Arlen and KayBee look like, and Finn will go, "Have you seen those two? We're with them."
Garen, you're muted.
Yeah, helps frame me when I'm trying to talk. Yeah, as he's trying to give a description, Garen points to the two of them walking out of the door. Yeah, them.
A description alone is not enough, but oh, well, alright.
Oh, you too. We need to talk.
All right. Good. We have some things to share with you as well.
Okay. The GM, can we just say that I grabbed one of the voodoo dolls and put it in my backpack?
Yeah, you can take them with you.
Oh, okay. So Finn will take a voodoo doll out of the backpack and he'll say, "Paul, Garen, and myself all found these under our beds. I'm going to assume that both you and KayBee did, or I think the dream had something to do with some kind of voodoo magic."
Interesting. Can I see that?
Hands it right over.
Thank you.
It looks... go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. Arlen and KayBee. 12 from Arlen, 16 from KayBee. Okay, KayBee, you would know that this is a witchcraft token.
But he doesn't like us.
So I turn it over and see if I can get any sense of, who manufactured it. Does it look like it's something from a particular culture or people? Is it primitive or is it refined craft?
It gives off the smell of rot.
Yeah, it smells like sea hag.
Yeah, you can very safely make the assumption that it's tied to the sea hags. Both of you, with a 12 and 16, you can tell that the magic is inactive. Whatever power that it used to have has been expended.
I'll
All right.
give that right back to you.
So
So-
they're not voodoo dolls, but they are some kind of token that is no longer any kind of magic.
Okay. Well, look under your beds anyway. When we get back to the ship, you'll both probably have one under your bed, inactive or not.
I think we found the cause of that dream, though.
Yeah, I think this is why each one of us who have woke up with the things that we have, or whatever happened to us, stuck. It's because of this magic.
And we don't know what these came from.
I have a suspicion, but I don't know for
No.
sure.
What's
No.
your suspicion?
Well, I don't know how long it's been since we sort of we're talking about the
Blood
Kaladek.
Moon.
Well, no, the Kaladek. I was talking Kaladek.
Mm,
I was thinking Kaladek. Because
okay.
we came back in town, the first thing that we did was accuse somebody. And I'm pretty sure accusing someone can spread around pretty fast. But it could have been the Blood Moon too, I guess.
That's
But
my
maybe I'm
thought.
thinking it's not the first time that Kaladek's come after me. So
True. But especially with you two saying it seemed like it was related to those hags. I think it dealt with that blood moon.
could be. It might be a better explanation.
Well, to be safe, I can go around town and see if I can magically find things that are similar.
Okay.
And if so, we can investigate. But if I can't, then we need to just keep our eyes out.
Okay. Well, what did you have for us?
We're gonna go kill some zombies.
Oh,
Hmm.
all right. I'm good with that. I like that.
There's an island that's infested with them, and
Ooh.
they want us to go kill them, and
Oh.
we'll get a nice little reward for it, and they'll
What-
build a lighthouse on the island afterwards.
What are we getting in return?
2,000 gold.
Okay. Is that for the whole party?
Plus we yes. But
Okay,
plus
that's
we
fine.
get access to their quartermaster who can supply us with whatever we need.
Ooh, okay. All right, I think that's a fair enough deal.
The receptionist is just kind of sitting there looking at the group of you as you're talking, and she says, "The quartermaster's that way."
Thank you.
Oh, we can walk and talk if we want
Yes.
to the quartermaster.
Yes.
Hmm.
That'd be my first big test since the incident.
Then
All right. Yeah.
can I have one of those tokens you called it, KB? Yeah, one of those tokens.
Oh, you're talking about a patch?
No, the tokens that we found under our pillows.
Arlen just hands it over.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna go see what Ellie might know.
I was thinking about Ellie too.
Oh, her. Yeah.
So yeah, KB, you want to come with me to
Oh,
try to
yeah,
find
sure.
her? All right.
So Arlen and Finn, you head over to the quartermaster, and there is a cheery-faced young person there, and they go, "Hiya, welcome!" And then this like shop menu opens up on the screen,
What you buying?
and then you have access to. This is just like the player's handbook. Basically, you have
Nice.
access to most of the stuff here. Not the armor.
Oh.
Weapons, yeah, they have a number of different things. Mostly adventuring gear here. The things that will not be available are like holy water,
Oh, damn.
potions.
Alchemist's fire?
I want a whole ocean.
No. So essentially things that are going to be more like tools are available.
Okay.
But we can talk about all this stuff off of stream.
Okay.
That's fine. That's
Because you
fine.
basically have an unlimited supply of this stuff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so we'll figure all that stuff.
Okay.
No oil, no holy water.
Got it.
Oh, damn fire.
So as the two of you go off to do that, Paul, where are you going? You have a number of options here.
I'm gonna go to the first bar, the same one that I came into the very first time I came to town.
The Wicker
That
Goat.
had that other guy who likes to drink a lot.
Okay. So you head over to the Wicker Goat, number 3 here on the map. And as you make your way over there, you find that it is quite busy. There are guards and merchants and adventurers coming in and out of the Wicker Goat. And you find Jeff sitting in his seat at the end of the bar. He goes, "Hello there, welcome, my friend Poe."
Hey Jeff, what's happening?
Oh, you know, just keeping an eye out, making sure that no crime goes unseen here at the Wicker Goat.
That's good. I just want to get drunk, and
Oh,
I'll put some gold on the table and say, buy drinks for everybody.
there's a "hey" that breaks out throughout the entire tavern. The music starts to ram a little harder, and people start to just throw themselves into the spirit. And Jeff pats you on the back. He says, there is a little bit of a shine to his eye. He looks at you carefully, but he immediately starts to break out into, "Let me tell you a story. I think you could probably use one. One day, back when I was your age, I was a real adventurer. I went out, and there were a number of things that I went and saw and did," and kind of trails off, and he begins to tell you a bit of his backstory there, perhaps as a distraction. And then we cut off to KayBee and Garen. You don't really know where to find Ellie.
No, we
Always
don't.
seems to be hiding in alleyways.
Yeah.
You know, there was that one place. Didn't we follow her that one time up into that building over there across the street from the the Traders of Ayuz?
I remember seeing her there. It's probably a good place to start.
Let me get an investigation check from one of you. We'll do it at advantage.
Yeah,
I'll
KayBee, you've got the
try
better
that.
investigation.
Okay. 27. Okay, 27. So you figure out that you can probably spend some time just moving your way through the streets and just hoping that you bump into her. You head over towards the areas where you had seen her last, and you are pretty certain that Ellie is not out and about after about 3 hours of searching.
Maybe later we can have Arlen see if she can do a find. Her finding magic.
Yeah.
If we can find where Ellie is, maybe she'll find. Maybe we'll find Finn's other shoe. Oh, that's right. It was destroyed.
Yeah. I hope she has stopped destroying people's shoes. That's going to get her into trouble.
Now I'm like looking at people's feet all around.
Right?
Arlen and Finn, you manage to communicate with the quartermaster here, and you figure out the stuff that you want and you need. What do you want to do after that?
So for one, at some point during the day, I'm gonna connect our quartermaster with like the Mariner Guild's quartermaster, so we can save money.
Yeah.
But after that, Arlen's going to take one of the tokens and is basically gonna cast Locate Object to try to find similar things in the town, and is just going to be walking around town searching.
Okay. As you do that, what does Finn want to do?
I think I think Finn will follow Arlen.
Okay. Arlen, you are scanning around with your locate object spell and you're trying to find similar ones. And after a couple of hours, you are unable to pick up any signs anywhere. And when you turn around to talk to Finn, you realize that Finn is missing. You have drawn the Void card. Where did he go? I don't know. You'll just have to tune in next time.
I honestly thought that when you said that there was like a loud crash in his room, I thought I drew the Void card. But apparently I was
Yeah, you did.
It's not then.
They had a penny for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I will.
So that's going to be it for today's session. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate it. We're going to go around real quick and tell you about who we are, where you can find us, and what our favorite part of today's episode was. And we'll start off with Emma.
Hi, it's me, Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. On Twitch, we run TTRPG games. On Twitter, I shitpost and troll my friends. I'm also writing a TTRPG called All the Witches, which you can find on Twitter at allthewitches_. There's a lot of cool art and information posted there. I'm in the process of writing an article that's going to be published on a friend's website, detailing more information about All the Witches, how the system works a little bit, the different kinds of magical disciplines that'll be there, and various other things. So if you're interested in knowing what I'm up to and what that's going to look like, because I haven't really shared many game design elements of it publicly, then go follow the Twitter account, because I'll be posting the link to the article there once it's published. My favorite part of tonight, I really love that Toli is a knight now. That's beautiful. There's always been like a clear division between Arlen and Pol. I like that that's magnified right now, and Pol and even Garen are agreeing, like, Arlen, you did something really fucking dumb, and they're like mad about it. I'm excited to see how this kind of comes to a head, because she did do something dumb.
Excellent. Thank you. Next, GeekDice.
I am GeekDice, and you can find me here pretty much all the time. Enjoying playing KayBee, Blade Singer, and Battlesmith. A lot of fun. I think my favorite, yes, Tully is awesome, but my favorite part tonight is, even though KayBee wanted to be mad, he couldn't, because Arlen is doing all the right things of being successful. It's validation. Let me stamp your parking.
Thank you. Next, GodfatherWraith.
Hi, I'm Tim. I pretty much have no online presence, but you can find me here in Stella's chat, Stella's Discord, as well as various other members of the community that also happen to stream. For me, I'm gonna say that my favorite part was by far Arlen's dumbest move yet, sitting on the golden throne. Because that gives us so many great directions, so many great dynamics we can play with now.
Excellent. Thank you. Next, we have Endicarus.
Hello, I'm Endicarus, and aka John. Yeah, I also have some game design, but my games are very simple and not that many pages. So if you want to go and check out a fun diceless game about being raised by animals in the jungle, I've got this game called Law of the Jungle that I just put up on my itch site. So have fun checking that out. My favorite moment today, I had a couple for sure. Definitely some of the same things as other people. Emma sitting on the throne. I mean, Arlen sitting on the throne. Emma's intact. Was awesome. Especially after, I think just the whole thing that, I think it was all a package deal that my character Pole swam and swam and swam and swam and swam to save Arlen and didn't actually even reach her. And then Arlen just kept going. And Pole is just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Just fuck it. Done. That was that awesome moment for me, just like actually not doing anything but having this total kind of flip inside of like, I just can't.
Yeah. I imagine it's quite frustrating. Excellent. Sorry I took Penny again. We'll make it fun. We'll make it fun.
Yeah, Paul's making it fun right now.
Everyone loves you right now. Everyone loves a free drink. All right. Next we have Zombie.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie. I'm Z. I'm whatever those two names you like to call me. I am the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips. That's up your own discretion. For today's episode, it's a lot of the same sort of thing. I liked the whole like all of us finding these tokens under our bed, kind of figuring out if this was some kind of magic thing, because all of us woke up in one way, shape, or form with either something broken, or they've got something, or something had happened to them. So it was a dream, but also what more was there to it? What evil out there is sort of messing with us and taunting us and whatever. Maybe it's a warning not to go into the actual dark deep blue part of the sea, which I'm sure eventually we will all attempt to go there again.
It's on the map.
It's there. Yeah, so that probably was my favorite part, was everyone sort of coming up that way. You can find me on Twitter at ZombieFighter89. Occasionally I do streams on twitch.tv/ZombieFighter89. And I do a video podcast news thingamabob at 10 p.m. Eastern, Nice and Nerdvana, with B Street Holmes, who is a player in our other Witchlight, in our other campaign, which is Witchlight, along with Emma. And we have a fun time doing that as well. And if you are interested if you're going ahead and follow me on Twitter, which I appreciate it, it's more or less a right now retweeting of Kirby and D&D fun stuff, along with my promotions for Stella's various games here on her channel. If you go ahead and follow me, the pinned tweet up there is sort of a business card that was which Lady May helped me so much make that. I very much appreciate her. I do editing. I can be hired to clip all kinds of stuff for you on your Twitch page, because I think I've proven if anyone's going to go insane with clips, it's me. So yeah, go ahead and hire me if you or anybody else know anyone that needs to be hired. I'm available.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm Stella Luna. Thank you so much for being here. If you've enjoyed this content, please consider giving us a follow. That is a free way that you can support this content and encourage more of it. Also, you get notifications for when we go live. We will be back with Secrets of Saltmarsh, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, the 25th, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The only thing I have to shout out really is that I will be back here on Friday, 9 p.m. We're going to be doing our first episode of Unbound. We have had to cancel a few times because of technical issues and all of that, but we are really excited for this coming weekend. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody!